What's up guys, it's your boy Yoche Fam, and today we're back with another video. Today guys, we're going to be basically predicting the Premier League table for the upcoming Premier League season, which is on Friday. And honestly, I feel like my table is the best. I feel like the table I'm about to show you guys is gonna be the best one. Alright, as you guys can see, this is the Premier League. These are the teams in the Premier League. Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Brighton, Chelsea, Fulham, Sunderland, Brentford, Everton, Newcastle, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, Crystal Palace, Coventry, Ipswich, and Hull City. Coventry, Ipswich, and Hull City are the new teams in the Premier League. But this is not my bottom three. Actually, I don't know why these three teams are in the bottom three. I thought it was alphabetical order, but it's not. But yes, I'm going to start from the bottom and show you guys who I think is going to be in the relegation zone, who I think is going to be above them, who I think is going to be above them, and who's going to be above them until I get to the top. All right. So for me, out of all of these teams in the Premier League, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do see Ipswich being last place in the league. I don't see them being better than 20th. I don't see them even being better than 21st. But there's no 21 teams in the Premier League. So for me, I have to put Ipswich at 20. Um, a lot of people have been saying it's gonna be Oh my God, Coventry, Hall, Ipswich, bottom three. But I don't think so. Honestly, I'm low key thinking about other teams, and I see low key like a Nottingham Forest being like an 18, and then Coventry just 17, and then Hull City 19. That's what I think. Personally, I think Nottingham Forest is good. Don't get me wrong. I think Nottingham Forest is good with Oliver Glasner to coming in. It could help them, but I just think that they've been flirting with relegation for a while. It might as well just happen now. And I don't think all three teams are going to go back down. Maybe they could happen, but I think it's going to be between Coventry and Nottingham Forest. That's what I think, at least. Um, Next, we're gonna go. Yeah, so obviously 20th Ipswich, 19th Hull City, 18th Nottingham Forest. The next three is gonna be Coventry, Crystal Palace, Tottenham. But this is not my three here. I'm obviously gonna put Tottenham a little bit higher right here. I'm gonna put him right there. I'm gonna leave Coventry here. I'm gonna put Leeds 16, and then I'm gonna put Everton at 15. I think David Moyes is a good coach. I mean, except for when he was at United, but he's a good coach. So I'm going to say that he could help Everton not get relegated, but I do not think Everton's gonna outperform anybody because I don't think they've made. I don't think they're good enough. Like they're better than Crystal Palace. I don't think they're better than Newcastle. I don't even think they're better than Brentford. I think Brentford is. I feel like Brentford's a better team. Um, but yeah, those three: Leeds, Everton, Crystal Palace. Right? Oh no, not Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, though, I don't think they're gonna be fortunate. I think it's gonna be Newcastle. I think Newcastle are in a point where they're kind of in a transition program now because they have a new manager, no Bruno Guimaraes. They lost Tonale. They might lose Lewis Hall to Man United, so it's gonna be very, very hard for them to really succeed or get back to the succession they were at before. They are also playing one game a week, so maybe that helps them a little bit. But I will say they will be 14th. That's for me. Crystal Palace, I think, will be 13th. 12th, I'm going to say 12th will be. Damn, this one's hard. I can't lie. This one is very hard because I'm putting Tottenham up here a little bit because. All right, so I think 12 for me might be Brentford or Sunderland. Okay, 12 Sunderland, Brentford 11th, Fulham 10th. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I think Sunderland's good. I just think I feel like teams have gotten better. I think Brentford's also good as well, but I just feel like teams have gotten better, and I'm pretty sure Fulham's is it Fulham? I need to check what teams are playing European football because I don't remember exactly everything from last year. So let's see. So Sunderland is playing Europa League. So yeah, I think 12 is fair for them. 12 is fair for them. Brentford isn't playing anything, so maybe that helps them a little bit. And then Fulham isn't playing anything. So Fulham and Brentford aren't playing anything, so I feel like that might help them a little bit. But Sunderland is playing European football. One game a week isn't gonna one game a week is gonna help them a lot, and Sunderland is gonna really destroy them having to play Europa League. So we'll see what happens. Now we got 9, 8, 7. Um, I think Brighton go 9. I think Bournemouth go 8 because they are also playing Europa League football, and so I think Brighton's playing Conference League. So actually, maybe Brighton goes above. Oh, Brighton go above Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth has a good team. That's the only problem. I'm not gonna lie. I think Bournemouth has a good team. So I'm gonna put Bournemouth at 8. I'm gonna put Brighton at 9, and I'll put Tottenham at 7. I think Tottenham have made like amazing signings. When you think about it, you got Tonali, you got Mateus Fernandez, you got Van Heck, you got Senesi, you got Robertson, you got probably gonna get Gakpo as well. So I feel like Tottenham have built themselves a really good strong team, and they have a very good coach in De Zerbi. So I feel like 7 makes sense because they are coming from like 16. Obviously, they could go into the top 4, they could go into the top 5. But for me, right now, I just see it as the teams above them are better. That's why I feel like the only one out of all of these teams above them that you could argue, and they're gonna be my 6th place team, is gonna be Aston Villa, because I feel like Aston Villa is playing Champions League football, so I feel like that might hinder them a little bit. But I still think that Aston Villa is a very very good team. So I think and they just signed Wan-Bissaka. They signed Garnacho as well, so it's like a little bit media as well there, but I still think that they are a good team, and I think they're better than Tottenham, in my opinion. I don't think they're better than Tottenham. I think they will play better than Tottenham in the season. But yeah, I think so. Tottenham will be 7 for me. Aston Villa will be 6, and then Chelsea will not be 5th. I think for me, honestly, this one I think people are not gonna like this one. There's a lot of fans that are not gonna like this one, but I think Manchester City. I think Manchester City comes 5th. I think Manchester City is in a regression era, and I feel like this is good. You're gonna see it this year. I feel like Pep Guardiola, great coach, and probably one of the best coaches of all time after Sir Alex Ferguson. So I think losing him is gonna be very very hard. We all seen it. I posted a video, everyone's seen it. We've all seen when Sir Alex left Man United. Man United have not recovered till this day. We have not recovered. Maybe this year we recover, but we have not recovered. We not gone back to the Premier League title. So I think Man City for me will come 5th place in the league. I then go to 4th place, where I think it's going to be Liverpool. I think Liverpool will be 4th place. I think Liverpool's placement really just depends on if they sign Barcola or not. I feel like Araujo and Van Dijk looks like a very very scary Premier League center back duo. They look like they have some gaps at right back. I'm not really a big fan of Frimpong at right back. I feel like he's better up the field if you're playing a back 3. I think he's perfect for that. I'm just not a big fan of him at the right back position, but I think he's a good player. I think he's a very good attacking player. I think he could add some things to the team. You never know. But I like that Araujo and Van Dijk's center back duo. I like Kirkes as well. I think maybe their midfielder, maybe they need one more midfielder, but Gavin Birch and McAllister can do the job. That's Szoboszlai as well in there. They also got good wingers. Munoz, I love Munoz. I think he's a good player. Ryan I'm very excited to see Ryan this season. I think this is gonna be his breakout season. I feel like he's very young, but he really looks like he's up for it, and he looks like a player that can really challenge and put pressure on the manager to switch his to put him into the game every game. So I want to see him perform. I'm very excited for that. Yeah, I feel like Liverpool is gonna really their season is really gonna depend on if they do get Barcola. They get Barcola, I feel like they honestly are gonna be a top 2 team, top 3 team. But yeah, right now I'm doing 4th. Now next we got Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal. For me, I think 3rd place, most obvious one, Chelsea. I feel like Chelsea have made amazing signings for them, and I feel like honestly, if Chelsea keep Nicholas Jackson, which I think they should keep Nicholas Jackson, I feel like you're gonna get the best out of Palmer. I don't know what it is about Nicholas Jackson. He's not the best of finishers, but he is a very, very good, he's a very good link-up player. Like, he's so good while linking up with these Chelsea players. Like, if you guys were watching him in preseason, because I was watching some Chelsea games, when he comes onto the pitch, he makes a whole new Chelsea. Like, he makes Chelsea play way, way better than they were playing before. And I think you have to put that into perspective. Like, if they do keep this guy, Palmer's gonna be playing amazing. If Palmer's playing amazing, Joao Pedro's playing amazing, Morgan Rogers playing amazing, and you have Nicholas Jackson also playing amazing, that's probably one of the best attacks in the league. And I'm not gonna lie to you. In my opinion, I put Chelsea in top 3 attacks in the league right now, just off of names and just seeing off of what I'm seeing. Joao Pedro, Palmer, and Morgan Rogers. That's the top 3 attack in the league. So I think they're gonna score loads of goals. I think they're gonna score a lot of goals. They might have the most goals this season. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I have to put them 3rd because I think the other 2 teams, I think they're better than them, especially after one made a very, very, very big sign today. Next, number 2 is going to be between Arsenal and Man United. Who do you guys think I'm going to say? Who do you guys think I'm going to say? Obviously, number 2 is going to be Arsenal. I think Arsenal comes second in the Premier League this season, and that's only because I think Man United is going to win the Prem. I'm not going to lie to you. If you guys know, Arsenal have made really good signings. I think Arsenal got better with Tzolos. Tzolos, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Tzolos. I think I finally learned how to pronounce his name. Tzolos. That guy is good. Like, that guy's a baller. When I watched him in that Community Shield, I said that this guy's a baller. This guy is I like that guy. He's nice. And I'm pretty sure he had 29 assists last season. So think about that, guys. That guy's gonna be a very, very impactful player for Tottenham. No, Tottenham, Arsenal. I think they're gonna be really good. I think Arsenal is gonna be really good. I'm not saying they're gonna drop off. I just think Man United have really improved themselves as well. I feel like the main thing in Man United's whole reason why they did it, like, win the league, not win the league, but like did it really compete like with Arsenal and Man City last season, was more because of the fact that they didn't have that midfielder that was gonna win them games. That midfielder that, when you're facing a team that's playing a low block, that's gonna break. And I feel like that's who we signed in Tielemans. I feel like Tielemans is one of the best midfielders in the league, and he can break down the team, break down all of these low blocks with his passing, with his like amazing passing. I'm excited to see that. Now you just signed Baleba, or we haven't signed it, but we're about to agree terms to sign Baleba, which means even if we don't get Baleba, we're signing a third midfielder that's going to be like Baleba. So for me, Man United gets that third midfielder in, which most likely is going to be Baleba. I think they can win the league. I think they have the ability to win the league. Maybe left back is a little bit of a problem, but I feel like Man United are just stacked around like that whole team. That team looks very good. That team has confidence. That team has chemistry, cohesion, everything in order to win a Premier League title right now. And I feel like that will help them win the Premier League title. Obviously, it's a little bit biased too because I'm a Man United fan, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I think Man United wins the league. I think I'm excited for the Premier League season, but I think Man United does win the league. I'm very excited to see what happens, guys. But I think Man United wins the league. I think Arsenal comes second. I think Chelsea's 3, and I think Liverpool's 4th. The biggest one though for me is I think the two biggest ones are Man City being below Man United and being 5th, and then Man United being 1st. But we'll see what happens. These are my Premier League predictions. I will drop some more predictions throughout the season with actually no, I will drop the top goal scorer one probably tomorrow, and then like all that we'll drop the rest of that tomorrow. But yeah, this is my Premier League table prediction. If you like the video, make sure you leave a like on the video. Comment your Premier League table predictions, and make sure you guys subscribe and turn on post notifications for when I post. But without further ado, I'm gonna see y'all. Peace.